On this National Pet Day, we introduce you to an animal that's getting plenty of attention from lawmakers. He's a white English lab named Nash. Senator John Lundberg of Bristol is his owner. Here's why Nash is known as the therapy dog of Capitol Hill.
There he is. He's coming around the side.
This guy comes and goes to the delight of everyone around Tennessee state Senate offices.
Someone I thank God is not running for office because he would win, hands down. Everybody would vote for him.
On their 20th anniversary, State Senator John Lundberg's wife got the white lab to help keep him company at the Capitol.
Because I live 300 miles away from Nashville.
Naturally, he would be called Nash. He seems to be in every picture with the senator, but Nash is best known as the therapy dog of Capitol Hill.
And now he has become so popular. People come in here, frankly, not to see me. They're just, I have literally been in a meeting here when someone came in and said, "Can I just run in and pet your dog?" It's like, sure, a little weird, but go ahead.
Nash, as you might have noticed, keeps his own emotions in check by often chewing on a toy car. It must calm him as he calms others.
Sometimes constituents would come in and say, "I have issues." And now when Nash is here and they're like, "I have issues." "Oh, you have a dog." "Oh." You know, their blood pressure, you can just see it go down.
With those kind of healing powers, Nash is in demand.
I've had a couple folks that'll come in and say, "Hey, can I take him for a little bit?" It's like, "Yeah, where are you going?" So they'll just take him out and he's fine. So, of course, he is bribable with treats.
Nash makes up for his bribery by making everyone into a dog lover.
Especially folks who aren't used to dogs, and they see him, and people are used to dogs that are just all over the place. And he's very calm. He's not going to jump on people. He's not going to bark and whine.
Despite those qualities, there is one place Nash is not allowed to go at the Capitol.
Now, I haven't brought him on the floor, and to me, that's one of those where the floor of the Senate is kind of like a special place, and I don't want to bring him in there.
But there are always plenty of other places for him in the hallways of Tennessee's legislature. Reporting from the state capitol, Chris Bungard.